Hello YouTube and welcome to Warrior Camping. Now today I'm going to cook myself a fry up. So I have got one Tigris fully loaded, ready to go. Or one Tigris as it's really called. And I've got the Tom shoe sitting there all loaded up, ready to go. I've got some hash browns, some eggs, some sausages, some bacon and a can of tomatoes. So I'm going to do myself a nice fry up. So it's like Sunday afternoon meat day. So I've just got back from the boot fair. So I'm going to do this and chill out for a bit and then wait for Jess to come and pick me up. So let's light up the lovely old one Tigris stove. Get him into action. Cook myself a lovely fry up because I am hungry. Looks like it ain't gone properly. It's this lighter. This lighter is struggling. I think it needs filling up with gas. I haven't got no gas with me. I have got another lighter with me somewhere in my rucksack if I can't get this one going. But come on, lighter, you can do it. It is sort of going, but then it keeps going out. I don't know if there's something wrong with this lighter. Seems to be working. Come on, one Tigris, get yourself into action. I'm too hungry for you to start playing up. That'd be better. Get it right under there. Here we go, here we go. That looks better. That's gone, really. Well, hopefully that's gone. Has it gone? Yeah, that looks like it's going to go now. So hopefully one Tigris will be fired into life. It's not the stove's fault. It's this lighter struggling. Normally I'll get a good flame going in there first. But the lighter's struggling to do anything. Come on, lighter. Oh, that is going. It's jumped and it's going over the other side. So I think that is going. You can see it at the other side there. It started going. Smoking well today, the old one Tigris. Yeah, that's going. That's gone up all right. So let's carry on. So it was the lighter's trouble. That lighter's struggling. I must remember to fill that lighter up with gas. I haven't got none with me to do it. It's indoors. Oh, that's not looking very good. What's going on there? It's all wonky. Oh no. Oh, my pot stand's come out of its little bit. I haven't put it in properly. Oh, there we go. Put the pot stand in. That'll be better now. Right, here we go. Take two on the cooking on the one Tigris. Yeah, that's gone up like a good one now. Look, away she goes. Happy days. One Tigris has burst into action. It normally does. It's a good stove, that one Tigris. It was the lighter's fault, not the stove's fault. So I've got some hash browns. Nice, I like the old hash browns, so I'll get them on first because they will probably take the longest to cook, the hash browns. And they taste nice, the hash browns, cooked like this on a Twig stove. They will get a nice smoky flavour to them. They will taste really nice. So let's get them cooking down because they will take the longest, I think. Now I've got no chopping to do today. I'm not chopping anything up. I'm just cooking. So I've got some sausages as well. I'll get them on because they'll take a while and all the sausages. And then because I've only got these two little pans with me, I'll do the bacon and the eggs in the other pan. And I've got my pot there that I will do tomatoes with. So I'm not going to have... Alright, let's get the sausages on first. Get them on. Oh, they're still joined together. Need to cut that. Let's cut the sausages apart. And oh, that's a bit awkward on there. I should have done this before I put them on the pan. But never mind, there you go. The sausages are set free. Because they was stuck together. So there you go. Sausages are on, hash browns are on. Because they will take the longest. So just wash my hands because I've been touching the raw sausages. So yeah, as I was saying, I'm not going to have no room for my pot. But what I'll do... I'll show you in a minute, because I'm like got two stoves I'm going to have going. In that gap in the middle between the two stoves, that'd be red hot in that gap. So I shall put my pot in there and it will heat up the tomatoes, no problem. Because it's like red hot in that little gap. When both stoves are going, you get your little pot in there It's really hot in that gap, so it's a good little trick that. First time I done it, I just thought of it and tried it. I was surprised how hot it was. Because you could even put your little pot in there or your cup in that little gap between the stoves. It will boil water in there, and that it will boil water if you want to make a brew, or you could do whatever, boil your veggies, do whatever in there. But it does take a bit of a time to get a boil on. It's not as quick as being on the top of the stove, but it will do it. And once it's like gets the water boiling or whatever, it will keep it boiling in that gap. So it's a good little trick when you got two stoves. Get your pot into that middle bit. I do it quite a lot because it gives you an extra little bit of room. Because I only ever really bring these two Twig stoves out, or other two. But I normally carry two Twig stoves with me because sometimes it's just easier in it to have two. If you're cooking a load of stuff, you've got to do it all on one. And I haven't got a massive great frying pan with me, so it's easy just to bring two stoves, and they're both titanium, these stoves, so they weigh nothing. I just keep these two in my rucksack at the minute, but I will dig another one out because I keep using these two, so I will get other ones out and put them on the channel because I've got a few other titanium ones. I've got some stainless steel ones as well that I've had a long time, and I've got a few old titanium ones that I did use a lot. They are really good stoves. They're more money than these two, but like when I've got one Tigris, I think it's because of that face. I just like using this, so I've had this quite a long time, but I've always used it because I just like it. I don't know, I just like this one Tigris stove. It's a really good stove. So this one I've been using for ages, and I was using it with a bandless Voyage one I've got. I used to carry the pair of them two about a lot. But then I've got this Tom shoe. I haven't had that Tom shoe that long. I've probably only had it like a month or 2 months. So since I've had it, because it's like a new one, I've been using it all the time. And I like it, that Tom shoe. For the money, it's a very good stove, that Tom shoe. But like, because sort of everyone's seen me cooking loads with these two, I will get another one out. I'll probably keep one Tigris out though, because I just like it. It's a lovely stove, this one Tigris. For the money, it is a good one. And I think I like it because of that face, innit? When I leave it indoors, I go to get two others, I think, oh look, poor old one Tigris is being left at home, and I end up taking it. I say, oh come on, let's go. So I end up I do go to change it, but then I change my mind and get it back out again. So I don't like leaving one Tigris at home. It is my stove that I use the most, this one. I really like it. Especially overnight, when it's all dark and you're doing a brew or something out of the tent. I like this one Tigris with its face and that in it. If I've got another one on the go, I always look at it and think, oh, it's not as good as one Tigris in the dark. So that's why this one Tigris does get used a lot. And I've got some really old stoves, some lovely old vintage stoves. A couple of them I think are quite rare. Well, I've got a few that are quite rare, or maybe not rare, but you can't find them on YouTube. No one's got them. So I've got a few like that, some little right old vintage stoves. I will get them out another day. I keep meaning to do it, but I've been so busy like putting tents up and doing stuff like that. And I'm a volunteer for like a retirement home and a care centre. I'm like a driver. So although I don't do that much for them, I am kind of on call all the time. So a lot of the time I sort of plan to do something and then I'm called out. I have to take someone somewhere or whatever. So with that, and like doing all the tents and that on the channel, and also if you look in the videos where I've been doing the tents out in my garden, I've got that big shed at the top of the garden. Now I haven't lived where I'm living at the minute, I ain't been there that long, and that shed sort of was there, but it was a bit knackered. So I've like extended all the front of it and changed it all about, rebuilt a lot. I've put a new roof bit on it. I've been doing loads to that, and I'm trying to sort it out inside so I can actually use it. So what with doing that, doing the channel, which I'm enjoying doing, and with driving people about and all that, today is like the only day I'm sort of getting to myself. Sunday, boot fair day. I never plan nothing for a Sunday. To me, Sunday's always my day. I camp out Saturday night, come up here Saturday night, and then go boot fair Sunday, and then I just chill out Sunday and don't really do a lot. Might go for a pint or whatever later, and that is about it. So I've got a lot of stuff still to bring to the channel, stoves, tents and all that, and I will get round to getting out camping and all that. It's a shame my mate doesn't want to show his land and that up here, because it would be handy if I just come up here and do little camping videos and that. But I can't do them here, so I'm going to have to like start getting out and about, doing it a bit more. But where I'm so busy at the minute, you just have to bear with me. And I will keep this channel going, so eventually this channel will end up with loads of stuff on it. Especially now Jess and Amy are doing the uploading and all that, so I haven't got to ponce around doing all that. All I've got to do is make videos and find tents in the charity shops and the boot fair, and this channel's good to go really. Because I haven't got time for all that editing and uploading and all that. I'm not very good at it. I've tried to do it. Oh, I'll just find it hard. And I get sidetracked. I sit down to do it, and then I end up looking at tent videos and reviews and stoves and that on YouTube. And then I'm on eBay looking at tents and stoves and other stuff. So I do get very sidetracked. So I'm happy that Jess and Amy are going to do them. I am going to do some. We're going to sort of like do it between us. So I will do some, and then hopefully I'll get better and better at it. So I am going to do it. They're not doing all of them. The three of us are going to do it. But they will probably do more than me, because they are much better at it than me. Especially Amy. She's like a whiz on the computer. And Jess is quite good and all. Whereas I'm all right on eBay, but that editing and all that is not really my cup of tea. So as you can see there, I've put my tomatoes into the pot, and then I should just put my lid on. I'll move my frying pan out of the way, move Tom's shoe a little bit, and then get my cup, or my pot, it's not really a cup. Just put a few twigs in one tigress so they don't go out. Right, so I move my frying pan, and I'll show you what I do. Move the Tom shoe over a little bit, put my pot in that gap, and then put Tom shoe up against my pot, so my pot's like wedged in between the two stoves. And once I light that Tom shoe, them tomatoes in that pot will start cooking. It's surprising how much heat is in that little middle bit. It really is. You boil water, do whatever, mate, bro. Get your veggies going. Do whatever you can do in a pot, you can do in that little gap. And alright, it does take a bit longer than if it was on top of the fire, but not that much longer. There is a ton of heat in that bit. And that's good, because that's heat that wouldn't be used, isn't it? Wasted heat. So that pot is collecting the wasted heat and using it up. So yeah, I was at the boat fair this morning, good mooch round. It was packed today, the boat fair, and it was red hot today. It was a really hot day today. Another one. The last few days have been absolutely roasting in the UK. So yeah, the boat fair was busy today. It was rammed. So I went up there early this morning. I just put my bacon on. So I've got a few rashers of bacon with me. Nice thick cut bacon this is. So this will be tasty old nice bit of bacon. So I'll get them going in the pan, because I haven't got room in that other pan for the bacon. So I'll just get my bacon going in the frying pan. And yeah, as I was saying, so at the boot fair earlier, I did find a few bits. I bought another frying pan, which I could have used today because it's a bit bigger, but I haven't washed it out or nothing yet, so that's why I'm using these ones. So I've got another frying pan. It's an old vintage Swan one. It looks really nice, so I bought that. And I bought a couple of little lightweight pots. I'll do a little video showing them on the channel. And I bought 2 tents. Yes, 2 tents. I know I only normally buy one because I've got to carry them, but I bought 2 today. So that is why, sort of walking back, I was carrying 2 tents and I had a few bits in my rucksack. And I was thinking, oh, I can't walk home. I can't carry, because it's so hot, I can't carry another tent. All this gear you can see in front of you. Plus, I've got other stuff with me as well. I was thinking, I can't carry all that lot home. It's just too hot for all that today. So I was on the phone to Jess. Jess, can you come and pick me up, please? I bought 2 tents. She's laughing. 2 tents? I went, yeah. She went, yeah, all right, but I don't finish work till 6. I was like, all right, no problem. I'll do myself something to eat and just have a little snooze in the tent. I'll see you about 6:30. She's like, yeah, no problem. I'll see you about 6:30. So good old Jess is coming to pick me up today because I haven't got to carry all the stuff home. I probably could carry it all, but it's just too hot today for that. It's just so hot today. And I was going to do, if Jess wasn't about, I was going to like leave all my stuff here and then walk home, grab my car and then drive back up here and collect everything and then go home. But I rang Jess, she's going to come pick me up. I'll buy her a drink on the way home. We'll go Witherspoons. So yeah, she didn't mind coming to pick me up. Otherwise I would have walked to have got my own car. But it was cold today. I might have tackled the walk with all this gear, but it's so hot today. It's ridiculous hot. It's like being in Benidorm today in the UK. It's absolutely roasting. So I didn't fancy doing all that. And I had a few beers and that last night as well. So I have got a little bit of the, not hangover, but you know when you know you've had a little drink last night. So yeah, I didn't fancy that. So good old Jess is coming to get me. So yeah, bought 2 tents. One of them is a Euro hike. Now I don't know what it is. There is a picture of it in the bag. It's like a dome tent. So I bought a Euro hike dome tent for a £5. And I found a Van Gogh. It's called a Van Gogh Arc tent. It looks like a little 2-man tent with a big porch on the front of it, a black thing. I found that quite early on, because what I normally do is have a little walk round the boat there, see what's there, tent-wise and that, because you never know, you might, well, I'm only normally going to carry one, you might find something really good. If I had the car with me, I might buy a few, like, if they was cheap, but walking and that, carrying, then I've got to come back here, get all my stuff, and then carry everything home. I do tend to only buy one. Well, I'm trying to buy one at the minute to do it on the channel. So every week I'm going to try and get a tent from the boot fair. But what I normally do is have a good mooch around and sort of, because you never know, I might buy one and then go in the next aisle and there's one that is much better. So I kind of whiz round the boot fair quick, tent hunting at the minute, seeing what's about. And like, if I found something that was absolutely fantastic, no, I'm not walking on, I'm going to buy it. But today I didn't find a lot, and I did find that Van Gogh Arc, like early doors. And there's a bloke there, I've bought a few bits off him over the years, he's always up there, he always does his store in the same place. So I would say, alright mate, how you doing? And we have a little chat. And he's got a tent on his stall. So I like said, alright mate, how you doing? Look down, he's got his tent out. I was like, right, how much do you want for that tent, mate? Van Gogh Arc, it's all hanging out the bag and that. I said, how much do you want for that tent, mate? He went, oh, you can have that, 30 quid, mate. I was like, oh, alright, mate. So I thought, I'll leave that one. I'm not paying 30 quid for an old bootleg tent. I might be able to get something much cheaper a bit further on. So I sort of left that one. And the bloke went, do you want that tent? I went, nah. He said, I'm up for an offer. I said, yeah, but you want 30 quid for it. What I'm going to offer you, I'm not going to offer you because I'll insult you. He went, why? What would you offer me for it? I said, I'll give you a tenner for it if you want a tenner. He went, nah, mate, I'll easily sell that more than a tenner. I went, yeah, there you go. I said, like, have a nice day, and I wandered off. So I'm walking round further, I didn't find a lot else. I found some really heavy tents, some little pop-up tents, and then I found a Euro hike. So I found a Euro hike tent. So it's an old one in a blue bag. It's got a picture of what the tent is like sewn inside the old stuff sack for the tent. It looks like a dome tent, an old Euro hike. So I went to the fella on the stall. How much is your tent, mate? He went, oh, that tent, tenner. I went, alright, mate. I said, do you want a fiver for it? He went, yeah, all right, mate, go on then, you can have that for a fiver. So I bought the Euro height tent. So that was it, tent done. I've got a tent, happy days, bought a tent. I thought, right, that'll do on the channel, get a nice little video out of the Euro height tent, and you never know, it might be a nice little old vintage tent. So then, after I've bought a tent, what I normally do is like start hunting around, because I like having a rummage under the stalls, through the boxes. I do have a really good hunt around, because you never know what you're going to find. So I started doing that, and then I make my way back through the boot fair, like more thoroughly going through all the stalls, not just on a bit of a tent hunt. I've done with that because I've bought a tent. I'm just like really mooching about, seeing what else I can find. So I've ended up back near the beginning of the boot fair where the bloke is with the Van Gogh tent. So I'm looking round at stalls near him and then having a good look at his stall and all that. And I'm under the table looking, and he went to me, oh, all right, mate. He went, oh, you've bought a tent then? Because he'd seen it in my rucksack. He went, you bought yourself a little tent then? I went, yeah. It's only a fiver, little Euro hike tent. I said, I don't know what it's like, but it was only a fiver. He went, oh, right. He went, do you want my tent for a tenner? He went, you offered me a tenner earlier for that tent, didn't you? I went, yeah. He went, do you want it for a tenner? I went, is it all there? Is it good? He went, yeah. It's a nice tent. My kids have used it a few times. He said, it isn't that old. And I thought, oh, I picked it up. It ain't that heavy. I thought, oh, right, I'll be able to carry that. So I went, yeah, all right, I'll have that, mate. So that was it. I bought another 10. And I said to him, can I leave it here? I said, I'll give you a fiver and I'll leave it here because I want to finish off mooching around the boat there, and then I'll come back about an hour or so and give you the other fiver and take it. He's like, yeah, no problem, mate. Because he's always there, the fellow, I do talk to him. So I just gave him the fiver and then wandered off, went round hunting everywhere else. Didn't find much else. Well, a few bits, but I wasn't buying nothing else heavy because I knew I had to carry 2 tents. Then I went back, collected the tent from the bloke, and then wandered back here with the 2 tents. But it was really hot. Oh, it was so hot today. So I've rung Jess, she's coming to pick me up. So that was my day up the boot there. I got 2 tents. Oh, and last night on eBay as well, I was sitting in my tent, having a few beers, flicking through my phone, my normal routine, flicking through my phone. I was on eBay looking at tents and different bits and that, and then I come across OEX Jackal. So it was on there, offers. I think it was on for like 65 quid, buy it now, or offers. So I found it late last night, and it hadn't been on there that long. And I thought 65 quid, or offers. I thought, right, I had a beer in that. I thought I'm going to offer 50 quid for that. It looked nice, little OEX Jackal 10. I quite fancy one of them. So I done a £50 bid. Lot of bid, like you make the offer, don't you? I offered the guys a 50 quid for it. So then I bought 2 tents today, and I thought, oh no, and I might have bought another tent last night because I hadn't checked my phone. But I have just checked my phone a minute ago before starting this video, and the bloke has declined my offer. So I didn't get the OEX Jackal, but I wouldn't mind one, and I've done it again. I normally do this. If it's a tent that's common, I'll put myself a price limit on it, and I'll go, right, because you can get carried away on eBay, you just pay too much for something. I'm like, right, that's what I want now. I want an OEX Jackal. I'm only paying 50 quid, so I'm going to do myself £50 limit and try and get myself an OEX Jackal. So that might be the next tent I buy off of eBay. OEX Jackal, because it looks like a nice tent. I like the old OEX tent, so let's try and get a few of them on the go. I've got a few already, but I like the OEX tents. So I've been looking at that Jackal, and the other one I've been looking at is a Bandicoot. So I'm going to put myself 50 quid limit and see if I can get a Jackal or a Bandicoot delivered for 50 quid. Now, I know I don't need any more tents, but I just can't help myself. I just love them. I love getting a new tent. I love the bidding on eBay, the cheeky bids. I'm always chasing something on eBay. As soon as I've bought something, I think, right, next on my hit list, I'm going after one of these. So, yeah, at the minute, OEX I'm after, Bandicoot or a Jackal. So I will see what I get. It might take me a while, in no rush. I'll set myself £50 limit and that'll be my little thing that I'll do. I've always got something I'm chasing on eBay. So at the minute, I'm chasing the OEX tents. So I've just cracked my eggs, chucked them in the frying pan, moved the bacon to one side, because that's done enough for me, that bacon. I've moved that to one side, get my eggs going in now, and then hopefully, time the eggs are cooked, all this are done, because them sausages are cooked, the hash browns are pretty much cooked. It's all looking good, my fry-up, and I'm hungry. It smells really nice, this. Does smell nice, doesn't it, the old fry-up, when you get it going. Tomatoes will be good to go. I bet they're warm already in that pot. So they really don't take long, the tomatoes. When you like put them in the middle of the two stoves like that, they warm up quite quick, the old tomatoes. So good little trick that is. Get your pot in the middle of the stoves. And I bet the new frying pan that I got today, it was only a couple of quid. It's an old vintage Swan aluminium pan. It looks like a really old frying pan. But I bet it's a lot better than this one, because stuff does tend to stick in this little pan that I've got the eggs in. It did come from the boot fair. I only paid 50p for it. I have used it a little bit now. I've had me 50p worth of use out of it, and it's alright for the bacon and all that and doing other stuff, and it is quite light. So I will still keep hold of this pan and use it. It's got a ton of life left in it, but it's not that good for the eggs. They tend to stick in it a little bit. So hopefully this new one I got, nice aluminium pan, should be a lot better. It's bigger. Nice old-fashioned Swan, made in Great Britain. Lovely old aluminium pan with a little handle on it. Now, I did think when I bought it, the handle looks like it's got a crack in it, but it ain't. It's got like a gouge out of it. So the handle's still really strong. I did, when I first picked it up, I thought, oh no, that's got a crack in the handle. That's a shame. But then when I felt the handle and tried to flex it and that, I was like, actually, that's really strong. And on a closer look, it's not. It's got like a gouge out the side of it, which looks like it's cracked, but it's not actually cracked. It's good. So it should be a good frying pan, that Swan one. And I paid like 2 quid for it. If it was on eBay, it would make a lot more than that, because people would go after this Swan pan because it's a really nice old vintage frying pan. People would like it. I bet it would make a little bit of money. Alright, it's not going to make a ton of money, but it would make a lot more than 2 quid, because it's a really old nice pan. It's the sort of pan I've been hunting for. A nice old vintage pan. Because I didn't want to buy a new one. You go and buy a brand new pan. I'm a bit of a bargain hunter. I'm a bit of a cheapskate, really. If I can get something used or second hand and for not a lot of money, I will do, other than go to the shop and buy a brand new one. Because I'd only buy a brand new frying pan, use it on these Twig stoves, and ruin it. So I weren't going to do that. Alright, if it was for my kitchen indoors, yeah, I'd go and buy myself a nice brand new pan. Because last year's indoors, using it on the cooker. I've only got electric hob. Last year's on that. But when you're using these Twig stoves, I won't go and buy a brand new pan. And I do like that bit. I've enjoyed hunting frying pans down, because I've been at the boot every week. I've found so many of them. It's amazing how many frying pans are up the boot fair. And I'll pick them all up and look at them and think and go to people, how much is that? Some people want like a tenner for an old second-hand frying pan at the boot fair. They're like, you're having a laugh, mate. 10 quid. So it's amazing how many I've found up the boot fair. Frying pans are everywhere up the boot fair. So I'll keep picking them up, looking at them. This one, I sort of bought this little egg one, because I didn't even ask the price on it. I just picked it up and looked at it. And I think it was a woman on the stall. She went to me, can I have that for 50p? I went, oh, I've got to have that now, innit? So I bought that, 50p. I wouldn't have bought it, I probably wouldn't have even asked the price on it, but when they said 50p, I just bought it, and it is alright for 50p, you can't knock it, can you? 50p frying pan. I've used it a few times now. So I've just done that, moved my pot into the middle of the frying pan. So moved everything about, and I'm pretty much good to go now. Everything's done. Eggs are done, bacon's done, hash browns are done, sausages are done. So happy days. I've got a lovely Sunday afternoon fry up. Or Sunday brunch they call it, innit? That's what this is. Sunday brunch. Happy days. Let's get the hash browns off. I do like the hash browns. And they're nice, aren't they? Because like, you could do chips with this, but it's hard to do chips. You got to carry all the oil, all the poncing around. Just doing these hash browns is no trouble. So, like, if I'm out and about, I tend to do the hash browns quite a lot because they're a good one. Nice, easy one to bring, nice and easy to cook. So I use them a lot, the hash browns. So I just get the bacon out. I know I'm using my fingers, but I've done all this Twig stove cooking for so long. My fingers now, they don't feel the heat no more. I can just get hold of like stuff out the oven and that, and people are like, how the hell have you just got hold of that? I'm like, my fingers are immune to heat now. I've been doing stuff with these Twig stoves. I think I've burnt my fingers over the years so many times on the Twig stove that now I'm just immune to it now. I don't feel it anymore. Probably no good for your fingers, but it's just how it is. See, them eggs are sticking a bit in this pan. They're still alright, but they have stuck a bit. They'll still be very tasty. But hopefully the new pan I've got, I'll do a video in the week, my boot fair finds. The new pan I've got should be a lot better than this one, but it is quite a bit heavier than this one really. So I still might bring this one out a little bit, because it's only light, that little pan. That's what I liked about it. It is only light, although it's not very good. It's very light, and it was only 50p, so I'm not mugging it off. I'm very happy with my little pan. So let's get the sausages out. Look at that, looking lovely, my old fry up. Get the tomatoes on the go. Put the old tomatoes in the middle that I've made like a nice little bit in the middle, so I shall have a pond full of tomatoes. Nice, barricaded in by all the stuff. Tomatoes in the middle, lovely. Look at that. That looks really tasty. Sunday brunch, lovely. So there you go. Sunday brunch cooked on 2 Twig stoves with a couple of pans. Now that didn't take long. That is quite an easy one to do, isn't it? And that'll be really, really tasty. I'm looking forward to that. Look at that. I'm spinning the food, because that is what they do on the telly. They turn the food. And I have found, since doing it on the channel, I think when you turn the food like this, it does make the food taste better. So try it yourself. When you cook something, before you eat it, turn it round a few times. And trust me, it will taste better. I don't know why. I don't know the physics behind it, or the science. But it does make your food taste better. Allegedly. So, there you have it. That is my Sunday afternoon brunch cooked on 2 Twig stoves. So I'm giving that a thumbs up. That is man's camping food. So I'm going to eat that. I've got 1 bottle of ale that I'm going to drink. Then I'm going to have a cheeky little snooze in my tent and then pack up and wait for good old Jess to pick me up. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe so you can join me again. See what I'm cooking or doing or looking at. So I'm off now to eat my lovely Sunday afternoon brunch and then have a cheeky little snooze in my tent. So let's go. Tasty Sunday brunch, then tent snoozing.